What's going on, YouTube? I'm Ben Hauver, and today we're going to be taking a look at the top NFL player props available for Week 18 on Prizepicks. Gonna kick things off here with Patrick Mahomes passing yards. Look, we've hit this Mahomes passing line a few times on this channel. Frankly, 290.5 just makes no sense to me. This is a game that the Kansas City Chiefs need to win at this point to secure, or at least have a chance to secure, the #1 seed in the AFC. Obviously, things are a little bit up in the air with the uncertainty surrounding what's going to happen with the Cincinnati and Bills game. Recording this early on Tuesday morning, I frankly just don't have that information right now. I'm sure that, we're going to get updates throughout the week as to what the NFL plans to do in regards to rescheduling that game, canceling that game. I think everything is on the table right now. Regardless, though, the Kansas City Chiefs still need to win this game. I think they go full throttle in this spot. The Raiders have the 4th worst pass defense in the NFL right now, and like every other team in the AFC West, have been traditionally just dominated by Patrick Mahomes since he entered the league. In 9 career games against the Las Vegas Raiders, Patrick Mahomes has thrown for 2,838 yards. That's an average of 315 passing yards per game. And he's crossed this prop line, 290.5, in 6 out of 9 of those games against this team. Mahomes has also crossed the 291 mark in 10 out of his last 12 games. I could go on and on and on and on about how good Patrick Mahomes is and how consistent this offense is, but everybody watching this video already knows that. Point blank period, this line is just too low for what our base expectations of Patrick Mahomes' production is week in and week out. Not much else needs to be said here. Patrick Mahomes, 290.5 passing yards over, add it to the slip. If you guys are new to the channel and like seeing this type of Prizepicks content, we do multiple videos each and every single week. Like the video if you like what you see, and if you're brand new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. We are on the road to 800 subs, crossed 700 like a week ago, and we're right there, almost about to cross 800. Greatly appreciate all the support we've been getting lately. Thank you to all the viewers, and we greatly appreciate it. All right, 2 more props for today's video, and like with the Mahomes line, I'm just a bit shocked to see that Trevor Lawrence is sitting here on the board at 240.5. Last week, Trevor Lawrence had 152 yards and an 80% completion percentage against Houston before getting pulled in the 3rd quarter because the Jags had a 25-point lead and that game was meaningless. That makes sense, right? The Jags had nothing to play for last week besides pride, and they got to preserve the health of, their star players, so they pulled him. This week, on the other hand, the entire season comes down to the playoff match that'll be played on Saturday evening. These two teams, the Jags and the Titans, are going in completely different directions right now. The Titans are a lifeless and pressing squad. Ryan Tannehill's injured. Malik Willis, who was supposed to be this, exciting prospect at quarterback, has been one of the absolute worst quarterbacks to take the field this season. Meanwhile, the Jags are boasting one of the hottest, most exciting offenses in the NFL over the past month. The matchup sets up incredibly for the Jacksonville passing attack. The Titans are the definition of a pass funnel defense. They've allowed the 2nd fewest rushing yards this entire NFL season and the most passing yards of any team. Win or lose, season on the line, I think Trevor Lawrence puts up numbers here. These teams played each other last month in Tennessee. Trevor threw for 368 yards at home. Like I said, season on the line. First potential chance for this young star to make the NFL playoffs. I got faith here in Trevor. This is my absolute favorite prop in this video and on the board, period, at this point in the week on Prizepicks. Trevor Lawrence, 240.5 passing yards. We're taking the over. Add it to the slip. Now, the final prop for today's video, and this is an interesting one for sure, so bear with me here. Justin Fields over 35.5 first half rushing yards. Let me explain why I like the first half number here opposed to the full game. Justin Fields is currently quarterbacking a dead Chicago Bears team with nothing to play for except realistically to lose this game and get a better draft pick next year. The only reason this prop is remotely interesting and very interesting in my opinion is because Justin Fields is 64 yards away from setting the single season rushing yard record for an NFL quarterback. Now, Prizepicks, you sneaky dogs, I see what you did here. They have his full game line set at 70.5. Like I said, 64 is what he needs to set the record. That's a pretty wide discrepancy in my opinion, especially because this team has nothing else to play for except for getting Fields this record for personal reasons, especially when you take into account that Justin Fields really hasn't been fully healthy for the last month of the season. There's been speculation that he won't play, but I don't think the team shuts him down against his will when he's that close to getting a record very in reach. So when it comes down to it, push comes to shove, I think they do what's right for this kid, for the, the face of their franchise. But that being said, the entire organization will be aware of the exact stats throughout the game. Like, it's not crazy, in my opinion, to envision a scenario where, Justin Fields crosses that 64-yard mark. He sets the record, 64, 65, 66 rushing yards, something like that, and then doesn't play a snap for the rest of the game. For that reason, the 7-yard gap between what would break the record for him and what would go over this line is just a little bit too wide for me. However, with that being said, his first half line plays right into the same thought process, right? The team is going to know what their objective is. It's to get Fields this record, so the attempts should be there early, and he can blow by this number en route to breaking the record while still not going several yards higher than what he would need to become that part of NFL history. The more I talk about it, the more it sounds like I'm just getting a little bit too nuanced and galaxy brain. I don't know. Drop a comment if you guys are on the same line of thinking here, that he can get the 64 rushing yards to set the record without going over his line, and that it just makes more sense to attack the first half line. And it's not like he can't get there in one half, right? Like, Justin Fields had 104 rushing yards in the first quarter against Detroit last week. You can see on the screen, he's gone for over 70 rushing yards in 4 out of his last 5 games in the first half. Like, I think that he breaks this record on Sunday, and I think that he does a lot of the damage early. So Justin Fields over 35.5 rushing yards first half. It's the last prop for today's video. Lock it in. And that's going to be it for our first look at week 18 on Prizepicks. Hope you guys enjoyed the content. Like I said, drop a like and subscribe to the channel. We greatly appreciate everybody who's been supporting us. And if you want to get quicker updates on the picks that we like and the plays that we are on, make sure you join our free Discord chat. Link to find that is in the description to this YouTube video. We post picks all week, every week. Just really sharp group of guys that we got over there, and I'm excited to see that Discord community continue to grow. We'll be back later in the week with more Prizepicks content. Until then, have a great rest of your day. Let's stay profitable. Talk to you on the next one.